Welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by their quarterback, the veteran out of Auburn. It is Jarrett Stidham.
You know, as crazy as it sounds, Mike, it's just so funny how things can change in the NFL. There was a time not too long ago where Jarrett Stidham was viewed potentially as the heir apparent to Tom Brady in New England. Now, we all know that certainly didn't work out that way, but he is a smart quarterback, and he will give his team a legitimate chance to win as long as he does his part.
Cortland Sutton. The intended receiver. And it'll up second down. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. RPO, quick throw. There's Sutton. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Denver first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On the zone read, this is Nix. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
That's good for a Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now the former Ohio State Buckeye, here's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's on.
Brings up second and 9.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. He's to the 15. And he will get into the end zone. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Johnson now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, right? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
At the 44-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. This one on target to Godwin. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 17 yards on that play. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Good running inside the 25. Guadarani brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line.
21 more yards.
They get 21 on that one. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll come up now for second down and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at the 11-yard line.
On the ground, they'll go with Rashad White, the back out of Arizona State. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
A loss of 2.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
19 tight, 19 tight. 19 light.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Bucs are on the board. It's 7-3.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Broncos offense ready to see the football for the second time. The lead sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. His drive begins. He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Left side. That's complete. It's Sutton. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
Third and 3.
Working out of the gun. It's next. This one complete to Sutton. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Nick's going to keep it on the zone read. And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Back to throw is Nix. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike. The ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. On the ground, it's Irvin. And this will be a Bucs first down as he's able to take it up to the 30-yard line.
10 yards. That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. A short one there to Otten. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's second and 8 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 8.
Let's go.
They'll run it. It's Irvin. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. 3rd and 7. Right back to Irving.
Irving again the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So, on 4th down, Riley Dixon on to punt for Tampa Bay. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Broncos offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down by Levante David. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Now it's Dobbins, and he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
Play action now. It's Nix. That's caught left side by Ingram.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
6. And the Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
To throw is Nix. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
A gain of 1.
3rd down and 9.
3rd down and 9.
Throwing is Nix. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. They hook up again. 2nd time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. He steers clear of the 1st tackle and working his way forward for a gain of about 4. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. He'll give it to Dobbins. Finding space at the 15. And he will get into the end zone. Hey, Dobbins. Touchdown, Denver.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
14. Buccaneers 3.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. To return is Tucker. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Buccaneers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. catch there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Broncos with the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. On to the second, Buccaneers in possession of the football, as they've got it with 1st and 10. Again, this is Irving, and he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there, but now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll look to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. Dobbins into the secondary, past the 15. Through up the sideline at the 45. And he will be taken down, but what a run as he's able to get it across midfield. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46.
Here's Dobbins. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Draw play here for Harvey. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, anytime you dial up a draw, Mike, you have the defensive line and the linebackers accounted for. Who you don't have is any of the secondary defenders. It's a perfectly timed secondary safety blitz. He's able to get in the backfield and stop this play before it even had a chance to get started.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll throw. It's Nix. The catch made there by Sutton. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st down and goal to go.
Dobbins trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
He'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no...
And he'll take it on in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Broncos. Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He's got it. Broncos move out to a 21-3 advantage. So now after the touchdown, Lutz is going to send this one away.
For the Broncos.
On the return, here comes Tucker. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So I really like the decision, Mike. This is a rookie quarterback making more veteran decisions, and I think in his growth process this early on in his career, those are really good signs because how often do we see these rookies still think they're back in college, they're the best player on the field?
This one batted in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Surtain. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
All right, Mike, so since these guys were young playing Pop Warner football, everyone's done the tip drill. And it's for this exact reason. That ball gets deflected. Find the ball, get into the area, and react in time to make a play on it. That's exactly what this defender did. He showed the reaction time he needed and the hands to bring in the interception.
Hold on a sec. Ready.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Buccaneers 30-yard line.
On the bootleg, it's Nix. He'll dump this out wide to Dobbins. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They send Sutton in motion. Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll give on the ground, and that play took a little long to develop. They stop him for no gain at the full.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the full.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos add on to their lead. So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. To return is Tucker. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Bucs offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Irving. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. And Zach Allen there on the tackle. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's caught. It's Evans. He's going to have that 1st down. Gain of 6 as they convert on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Now, screen set up for Irving. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 41, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Back to the air one more time. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. That's the linebacker, Nick Bonito. In for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down.
15.
This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. It's Riley Dixon coming on now as he is on to punt for Tampa Bay. Offense. And their running back set to go once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. On the zone read, this is Nix. 1:58 to go in the 1st half of play. Greg and I return to Denver after this. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Working out of the gun, it's Nix. This one down the field, but it'll wind up incomplete. Jamel Dean that time, all over him in coverage. On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver. Cameron Johnson deep to return this. Well-executed kick. Fair catch called for and taken inside their own 10-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the 1st half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's caught! And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A pickup there of 28 yards.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll run with Irving. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll swing this out wide to Irving. It is 2nd and 6.
Second and 6 at the Broncos.
They'll look to throw yet again. This one caught just past the pylon. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Buccaneers.
Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bucs are able to edge a bit closer.
Buccaneers 10. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense and receiver Cortland Sutton ready to get going again. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drop. 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. Open man downfield. That's Ingram. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second, as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Here's Nix to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. In this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. That's going to move him closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes 3rd and goal. One final throw before the break. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Very... One-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Johnson now to return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Bucs offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. And here's White. He'll get this ahead for about 3. And Zach Allen there on the tackle. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Nick Bonito in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9. Throwing now on 3rd and long. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. The Buccaneers getting their punter out there as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Broncos offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Buccaneers are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Buccaneers 17. Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Back to throw is Nix. The ball comes out. And the defense comes up with a big turnover. Maybe this will turn this game around. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
On 1st down, here's Irving. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Back in 60.
He'll look to throw. The pass pulled in by Irving. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
No gain.
3rd and 11.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They'll look to throw. Out to his right. That is caught. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
That's good.
They get 24 on that one. Just like that, it's 1st and goal.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. They'll run with White. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Rashad White. Touchdown, Buccaneers. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Buccaneers are back within a field goal. The lead is 3.
Buccaneers 24.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. The Broncos offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll throw. It's Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down. And
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. Going up top. He's got it. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing. Nix. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Look wide. Get this one complete. To the pylon. He's in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Denver. That is 2nd touchdown tonight. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Johnson now to return. Now an opening past the 30. He'll wind up getting this all the way to the 45-yard line. The Buccaneers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. The drive begins with a run by White. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Manoa Hufanga had the coverage from the safety position and comes away with the breakup. Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for on that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Broncos offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They send Sutton in motion. Now a run on first down. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Hassan Reddick there to make the play.
44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 7. Now it's Dobbins. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
7-yard gain. And the Broncos first down.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. This one hopped in the air and intercepted. And a nice return here as well. He is out of bounds near the 40.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions. And they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
The Buccaneers offense about ready to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. It started with first and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that ball intercepted by Mixertan. And the Broncos are going to take over just shy of midfield.
I think he chalked this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. It's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 3. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll come up here, first and 10.
First and 10.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Play action now. It's Nix. That one is caught beyond the pylon. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Broncos. Lutz for the extra point. It's up and through. Broncos are going to extend their lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Johnson now to return. Uh-oh. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to take over once again. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. They'll swing this out wide to Irvin. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 35, here's second and 7. He'll drop to throw. Open man downfield, that's Godwin. And he will be out of bounds. There is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what that is all about. To the air now on first and 10. He's got room to roam. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there.
13 more yards. And the first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down.
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 3. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
A gain of 9.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
Down just shy of the goal line.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on.
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Tampa. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bucs are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Buccaneers, 31.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drop.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A first down throw for Nix. He connects with Mims. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. Dobbins going to get it now as we start the fourth. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Yaya Diaby getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The Bucs offense ready to come back out for this next possession.